You want me to hold it?
I'm good. Cause I'm gonna turn around with it, real cool, like. Hey, y'all. You can see yourself on my forehead, glistening. Okay. Hello and welcome to Sanctify Studios. This is Dave Stevens, and I'm happy to be here today interviewing Shamika Phoenix, Philadelphia's new rising star. I'm really excited. Y'all are going to love her voice, and today we're going to try to get inside her head and find out who is Shamika Phoenix, this person that I've been posting on Facebook and all this other stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, Shamika Phoenix.
Wow, what an intro. Okay, no pressure though, right?
No pressure.
No pressure.
So tell me something. How does it feel? Or why? Let me ask you this: What made you decide right now to be an artist in a sea of artists who are just doing a whole bunch of stuff?
Well, I've always wanted to be an artist. It's always been on my heart to do. But right now, I feel like it's just my time.
Right.
Timing is everything. I wouldn't say this is the first time that I've tried to be an artist. I've tried several times. A lot of times people are like, oh, you know, where does this person come from? They came out of nowhere. But in reality, when they tell you how many years they actually, you know, tried to do this thing, like for real, you'd be surprised how much work goes into it and how many times they've, you know, failed and tried. And it's just about the right connection. One of my friends was saying, you know, it's about the right team. So things are falling into place, and I feel really good about Sanctify Music Group, Dave, the whole like partnership. Shout outs to Dave.
Cool. Here we go.
Here we go.
So cool. So how has this experience been for you as far as recording? I mean, it's interesting. There's difference, you know, between coming in and doing backgrounds for people, or
right.
You know. And let me just mention that you've done singing all over the world. You've done background singing. You've done all kinds of stuff. So what's the difference between that and what you're doing now as a soloist?
You mean like in the studio or live?
In the studio recording the album.
Okay, like in the studio, you hear all your like nuances and your mouth noises, and when you sing flat, when you sing sharp. So it's a humbling experience, but it's so much fun to be in that, you know, creative process where, you know, my words and my melodies take life. Like, you know, I come in and it's really fun working with Dave because I think like we really click. So I sing my little ditty and my little words, and then, you know, he's like, okay, well, let's just, you know, flesh it out, play it on the piano, get a little, you know, skeleton going, and then to go in the booth and be able to tell the story off those pages that you've been carrying around forever. I mean, it's a really, really good feeling.
And that's cool. And I know that a lot of those words that you write, see, I think the difference between your writing and a lot of people's writing is that yours comes straight from the soul to the page. And I've heard that, like, so your lyrics tend to be a lot deeper. How does that feel? I mean, like, actually releasing some of your, like, innermost thoughts on the paper.
It feels, it's like bittersweet. It's kind of like raw because some of the things when you get inside the booth, you're like reliving it. You know, like I have one song where I'm talking about a friend of mine that I lost. And so that's difficult. But at the same time, I feel like these are things and stories that need to be shared and things that need to be heard because, you know, people, I'm just like you. You know, I know what it means to have a dream and be working a full-time job that might not necessarily, you know, be your passion, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do right now. I know what it's like to lose a friend. I know what it's like, you know, just to be in the struggle, trying to find yourself, trying to find your way. Did I answer the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, but it also feels like, not an invasion of privacy, but, you know, I'm like Erykah Badu. I heard her say one time, I'm sensitive about my art, you know, and
she didn't say art, but yeah, I got
you. You know, this is the made for
right
TV version. So
right.
Yeah, I am sensitive about it, but I think there's a line between too much and just enough. So I try to tell the story as honest as possible, but, you know, still keeping a little bit for me.
Right. I understand that. So what's the fun side of Shamika? What are some of the things that you do for fun?
Okay,
that people would be surprised to know.
I don't know if people would be surprised, because anybody that like really, well, yeah, my friends all know that I'm like a salsa addict, salsa fanatic. I love salsa dancing, and my girls are trying to get me to come out, but I've been so busy. I love y'all. But I'm gonna get back. I promise. I love the salsa dance, and I love to read. So I'm reading some books that a friend of mine gave me about, like, I like to read slave stories. I know that sounds bizarre, but
no, it's interesting.
Yeah, I really like reading about like true life. I like autobiographies, but I really enjoy like anything that has to do with our history as African Americans. So I'm really into that. Let me see what else. I find washing dishes very relaxing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a whole bunch of dishes at home that could be... Okay, sorry, boy.
My mom would be like, really? I didn't know.
Okay, well now, Mom, you know.
It's out there.